Hello everyone, welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to have you here. Today we're going to explore the important topic of understanding thyroid disease. The title is Understanding Thyroid Disease, and we'll also look into causes, types, symptoms, treatments, and some helpful home remedies. Over the next few minutes, we'll cover what you need to know about this common condition, how it affects the body, and ways to manage it effectively. So, let's get started and dive into this fascinating subject. Let's start by talking about the thyroid itself. The thyroid is a small, butterfly-shaped gland that sits in your neck, right below your Adam's apple. Despite its small size, it plays a huge role in your health. Its main job is to produce hormones that control your body's metabolism, which is how your body uses energy. These hormones are vital because they influence many important functions, like your growth, how your body develops, your body temperature, and even your heart rate. Now, it's essential to understand that when the thyroid isn't working properly, it can lead to health issues. For example, if it produces too little hormone, that condition is called hypothyroidism, and it can make you feel tired, gain weight, or feel cold. On the other hand, if it produces too much hormone, what we call hyperthyroidism, it can cause symptoms like rapid heartbeat, weight loss, or feeling anxious. So overall, the thyroid might be small, but it's crucial for keeping your body balanced and functioning well. And understanding how it works helps us see why maintaining thyroid health is so important for our overall well-being. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the common causes of thyroid disease. There are several factors that can disrupt how the thyroid functions. One of the main causes is autoimmune disorders, like Hashimoto's thyroiditis or Graves' disease, where the immune system mistakenly attacks the thyroid gland. This can lead to either underactive or overactive thyroid conditions. Another important factor is iodine imbalance. Since iodine is essential for producing thyroid hormones, both deficiency and excess can cause problems with hormone production, leading to thyroid dysfunction. Genetics also play a role. If there's a family history of thyroid issues, you're more likely to develop similar problems, highlighting how hereditary factors influence thyroid health. Infections can sometimes affect the thyroid as well, either directly or through triggering immune responses that impact the gland. And finally, tumors, whether benign or malignant, can interfere with normal thyroid function or cause structural issues. Understanding these causes is key because they help us identify risk factors and target interventions to prevent or manage thyroid disease effectively. Remember, these factors are interconnected and often influence each other, fitting into the larger picture of how our overall health impacts thyroid function. Now, let's take a closer look at the different types of thyroid disorders. When we talk about thyroid issues, we're usually referring to conditions like hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, goiter, nodules, and thyroid cancer. Each of these has unique characteristics, but also shares some commonalities in how they affect the thyroid gland and overall health. Hypothyroidism, for example, occurs when the thyroid is underactive, meaning it doesn't produce enough hormones. This can lead to fatigue, weight gain, and feeling cold more easily. On the other hand, hyperthyroidism is the opposite, an overactive thyroid that produces too much hormone, often causing rapid heartbeat, weight loss, and nervousness. Goiter is a swelling of the thyroid gland itself, which can happen in cases of both hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism, or even simply due to iodine deficiency. Then, we have thyroid nodules. These are lumps that can form within the gland. Most nodules are benign, but some can be cancerous, which is why proper diagnosis is important. Finally, thyroid cancer, though less common, is a serious condition that requires prompt treatment. Recognizing these different disorders is crucial because they can significantly impact health and quality of life, and understanding them helps us better appreciate the importance of thyroid health as part of overall wellness. Now, let's turn our attention to hypothyroidism. This condition is essentially when the thyroid gland isn't producing enough hormones, which is often referred to as an underactive thyroid. When the thyroid isn't functioning properly, it can lead to a variety of symptoms that affect how you feel day to day. Some of the most common signs include fatigue, which can make even simple tasks seem exhausting. You might also notice weight gain, even if your eating habits haven't changed much. Depression is another frequent symptom, and it can really impact your mood and overall well-being. One key point to remember is that hypothyroidism is often caused by an autoimmune condition called Hashimoto's thyroiditis. In Hashimoto's, the immune system mistakenly attacks the thyroid gland, impairing its ability to produce hormones. Recognizing these symptoms and understanding their connection to thyroid function is crucial because it allows for early diagnosis and effective management. Throughout this presentation, we're emphasizing how thyroid health impacts overall well-being, and hypothyroidism is a perfect example of how a single gland can influence so many aspects of health. So, keeping an eye on symptoms and understanding their root causes helps in maintaining a healthy balance. Now, let's move on to hyperthyroidism, which is also known as an overactive thyroid. Essentially, this condition occurs when the thyroid gland produces too much thyroid hormone. When that happens, it can really ramp up your body's metabolism, leading to a range of noticeable symptoms. For example, many people experience feelings of anxiety or nervousness because their nervous system is in overdrive. You might also notice unintended weight loss despite normal or even increased eating habits. Additionally, a rapid heartbeat or palpitations are common because the excess hormone speeds up your heart rate. One of the key causes of hyperthyroidism is a condition called Graves' disease, which is an autoimmune disorder where the immune system mistakenly attacks the thyroid, causing it to become overactive. Recognizing these symptoms early is important because managing the underlying cause can help restore balance and improve overall health. This condition highlights how our body's systems are interconnected and how an imbalance in one area can have widespread effects. Now, let's take a closer look at the symptoms associated with thyroid disease. When the thyroid is underactive, a condition known as hypothyroidism, common symptoms include fatigue and dry skin. These happen because the body's metabolic processes slow down, leading to feelings of tiredness and skin that becomes less moist and more fragile. On the other hand, when the thyroid is overactive or hyperthyroidism, the symptoms tend to be quite different. People often experience increased anxiety, difficulty sleeping, and trembling or tremors. These signs are a result of the body's metabolism speeding up, which can cause noticeable nervousness, restlessness, and physical tremors. Understanding these symptoms is crucial because they help us recognize the condition early and seek appropriate treatment. As we connect these points to the bigger picture, remember that thyroid health directly impacts overall well-being, so being aware of these signs can make a significant difference in managing or preventing complications. When it comes to diagnosing thyroid issues, we rely on a combination of tests and procedures to get a clear picture. First, blood tests measuring TSH, T3, and T4 are essential. These hormones tell us how well the thyroid is functioning, whether it's overactive, underactive, or normal. TSH, or thyroid-stimulating hormone, is often the first indicator. Elevated levels might suggest hypothyroidism, while low levels could point to hyperthyroidism. T3 and T4 are the hormones produced by the thyroid, and their levels give us more detail about the gland's activity. In addition to blood tests, an ultrasound is a valuable tool. It allows us to visualize the thyroid gland, check for nodules or irregularities, and assess any structural issues. Sometimes, if there's a suspicious nodule or if the diagnosis isn't clear, a biopsy might be necessary. This involves taking a small tissue sample to look for signs of cancer or other abnormalities. All these diagnostic methods work together to give us a comprehensive understanding of the thyroid's health. They help us identify the problem accurately, which is crucial for determining the right treatment path. So, in essence, diagnosing thyroid conditions is a thorough process that combines blood tests, imaging, and sometimes tissue analysis, each step bringing us closer to the correct diagnosis and effective management. Let's take a closer look at the medical treatments available for thyroid disorders. For hypothyroidism, the main treatment is levothyroxine, a synthetic form of thyroid hormone. It effectively replaces the hormone the thyroid isn't producing enough of, helping to restore normal metabolic functions. On the other hand, hyperthyroidism requires a different approach. Treatments include antithyroid drugs that help reduce the production of excess thyroid hormones. In some cases, radioactive iodine therapy is used. This involves taking a small dose of radioactive iodine that selectively destroys overactive thyroid tissue. Surgery is another option, especially if medications or radioactive iodine aren't suitable or effective. Removing part or all of the thyroid gland can resolve the hyperthyroidism. Connecting this to the overall theme, it's crucial to recognize that these treatments aim to restore hormonal balance, which is vital for maintaining overall health and metabolic stability. Proper management of these conditions can significantly improve quality of life and prevent complications. Now, let's talk about some home remedies and lifestyle tips that can make a real difference. First, maintaining a balanced diet is essential, focusing on nutritious foods that support overall health. Incorporating foods rich in iodine and selenium is also important because these nutrients play a crucial role in thyroid function. Next, managing stress is key, as high stress levels can negatively impact your hormonal balance. Finding ways to relax, whether through meditation, hobbies, or exercise, can be very beneficial. Additionally, it's wise to avoid smoking, since tobacco can interfere with your thyroid health and overall well-being. And lastly, limiting processed foods in your diet helps reduce exposure to additives and chemicals that might disrupt your body's natural functions. Overall, these small but consistent lifestyle choices align perfectly with our goal of supporting optimal thyroid health naturally. Now, it's important to know when to see a doctor. If you notice any unexplained changes in your weight, whether you're losing or gaining without trying, that can be a sign that something's going on. Fatigue that doesn't improve with rest is another red flag. It's not just normal tiredness, but persistent exhaustion that could indicate an underlying issue. And of course, if you notice any swelling in your neck, which might suggest enlarged lymph nodes or thyroid issues, it's definitely time to get checked out. Recognizing these signs early is key, because they can help catch potential health concerns before they become more serious. Remember, listening to your body and seeking medical advice when something feels off is an essential part of maintaining your health and well-being. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize that thyroid issues are actually quite manageable. The key is early detection. Catching problems early can really make a difference in how effectively they can be treated and controlled. And beyond medical intervention, making some simple lifestyle changes can have a significant impact. Things like maintaining a balanced diet, managing stress, and staying active all contribute to supporting healthy thyroid function. Throughout this presentation, we've seen how understanding your thyroid health empowers you to take proactive steps. So, remember, being aware and making these small but meaningful adjustments can lead to better health outcomes and improve your overall well-being. If you found this video helpful, I really encourage you to like, comment, and share it with your family and friends. By doing so, you're not only helping us grow, but you're also supporting others who might be on a similar journey, just like you are. Sharing this information can make a real difference in their lives. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We regularly post step-by-step guides designed to inform, empower, and help you care for your loved ones better. It's a great way to stay updated and ensure you have the tools you need to navigate these important topics. Remember, our goal is to provide clear, practical guidance that you can apply easily, and your support helps us continue creating valuable content. So, thank you for being part of this community and for taking these steps to support your loved ones' well-being.